Welcome or welcome back to the Variety Pack Podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, and today, you know what we got to talk about. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Manga Chapter 10. Before we start, I would like to tell you guys to follow my social medias: Facebook, The Variety Pack Podcast; Instagram, The Variety Pack Podcast; Twitter, The Variety Pack Podcast; and also TikTok, The Variety Pack Podcast. So, without further ado, let's start the show. Okay, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Manga Chapter 10. Man, we got a doozy. So the chapter starts off, Team 10, they trying to get the hell out of Dodge, trying to escape Jura and Hidari with Himawari in tow. Konohamaru pulls up to the scene like, bro, these two cats is above your pay grade, Konohamaru. I don't know what you gonna do, my good man. He pulls up to the scene. Shikamaru tells him that it's unclear, but the duo is targeting Himawari, and they need all hands on deck. Yeah, cause these ain't your run of the mill shinobi villains. These are top tiers, man. So yeah, they definitely need all hands on deck for this one. And Shikamaru, he tells Kawaki to head to the scene, and Shikamaru's like, man, don't worry about Boruto, because he considers them an enemy as well. And then we see Kawaki heads off, then Delta, she follows behind. Shikamaru, he's talking to Boruto, and he asking him, man, are you okay? What happened? And Boruto's like, no worries, it's a minor issue. I just need a little break. And I'm like, dude, and the readers know this ain't no minor issue, my man. This is Momoshiki taking over your consciousness, and the karma coming out, taking over. And now that you're stronger in your base, it's gonna be even harder for cats to stop you if he takes over. So it's not a minor issue. My man Boruto was definitely downplaying it, but and we see him in the panel while he's talking to Shikamaru. He's sweating, he's huffing and puffing. So yeah, he got to exert energy to literally keep the karma at bay from spreading. And this is way bigger than the minor issue, my guy. But so yeah, and we see Jura, he goes after Himawari while Hidari stays and confronts, Konohamaru. It's like, while you're here, you're in the way. And then, they're talking back and forth, throwing, just talking like, while you're here, you're a trespasser, da 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 da. And like I said before, Konohamaru, these guys are above your pay grade, my good sir. So Konohamaru, he's confused because he's like, oh, the sensory unit told me that one of the intruders was Sasuke, but I don't see him. And the sensory unit is like, yo, that is his chakra signature is the same as Sasuke Uchiha. It's no mistaking it. So Sarada and class rep Sumire, they pull up to the scene. Konohamaru, are you okay? Master Konohamaru, are you okay? What's going on? And Hidari he sees that Sarada pulls up to the scene, and he makes a beeline for Sarada. He puts claw marks on the ground in front of her and class rep, and also behind them, so he can have a better chance of sneaking up and catching them off guard. So, but he think he gonna catch Sarada off guard. Little does he know, she counters. She tries to hit her with the Chidori, and he counters with his own Chidori. And no, she counters with her own Chidori. Excuse me. She counters with her own Chidori, and yes, I'm so proud of this moment for my girl Sarada, man. So now we get a little glimpse of what we see from her training 3 years. That's definitely a speed feat right there. Because we see Sumire, she couldn't even react fast enough to do anything. So Sarada reacted so quick, with the Sharingan and her reflexes. So that's definitely a speed feat. Then you turn around and counter with your own Chidori as well. Yeah, my girl Sarada. Yeah, I was so hyped for that panel right there, and her getting that that recognition right there. So yeah, I'm proud of my girl with that, man. But Sarada, she sees this. She's like, man, he just pulled out the Chidori just like me and my dad, and she's like, who are you? And it's like, I just know, man, when the fight continues, that's going to be an emotional battle, man. It's definitely going to be emotional for her, but I got faith in my girl that she going to overcome. You know what I mean? I got faith in my girl Sarada, man. I can't wait to see the full fruits of her labor when it comes to training for the 3-year time skip, because she had all that built up hatred with what happened with the old switcheroo. So, and we switch over to Kurama introducing himself to Himawari. She asks him, what are you doing here? She asks him, what are you doing here? Then she's like, where are we? And Kurama, he's like, we are, it's not a real place where your conscience is just made visible, and we're exchanging words mind to mind. Himawari is like, mind to mind? And he says, yeah, of course, because we are a single body and soul. And Himawari asks him, like, what's really going on? How did this happen? How is this happening? And he tells her, yes, because she's like, oh, wasn't you the Biju that was, inside of my dad? And he's like, yes, I was I was inside of your father, and during battle, my flame was extinguished. However, death is not final for the Biju. Even if our soul perish, a kernel of us will sprout somewhere, and we will return to life. Kurama, he continues by saying he doesn't know how long it will take, or where they will sprout. Excuse me, getting tongue tied here. He said he don't know how long it'll take or where they will sprout, much less that it will be inside his daughter. And he says, or you may have been born with a sliver of my chakra. So, he's, breaking it down to her about, you know, or he's like, or it could be your destiny that, you know, that we're together because of the Uzumaki and the Hyuga, you know, the Uzumaki and Hyuga blood that's within you. So yeah, Himawari, man, she just got a humongous upgrade. So Kurama, he's, you know, breaking it down like, you know, you could have been born with the slither of my chakra, or this could be fate, your destiny, that, you know, that we're here together because of the Uzumaki and Hyuga blood that's, you know, in your veins. So after, you know, he done explaining it to her, he, you know, they formally introduced themselves. He's, you know, Himawari is like, hi, you know, Kurama, I'm Himawari Uzumaki. And I'm just like, I'm so hyped for my girl, man. I remember watching the anime, and, you know, they was asking her what she wanted to do as far as like, you know, are you going to be a shinobi, or are you just going to be a regular citizen or whatever? And me personally, I was in the camp of, I hope she becomes a shinobi somehow, because I want to see, like, you know, we see what Boruto's doing, you know, he's genius, you know, being a genius like his granddad. And I was curious to see what Himawari was going to do, you know, unlocking her Byakugan at such a young age. And, you know, she could also, you know, she could also potentially be a genius like her brother. I'm gonna go on a limb and say, yeah, she definitely possessed some genius like her granddad as well. So, because we saw her in the little academy, or pre-academy training that she did before she is of legal age to go to the academy. We saw in the filler, we saw her, how she performed in the little training session with her other classmates. So yeah, I could definitely say, yeah, so I was curious to see how she would grow and what path she would take. So now we seeing those fruits pay off, you know, because now we get a definite answer, like, yo, she about to be a straight powerhouse right now. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, I'm liking that. And then Kurama, he's explaining it to her, and, you know, breaking it down to her of, like, you know, how this could possibly happen. So yeah, man, I'm liking that. So while all this was going on, Himawari, she was kind of knocked out, and she's finally waking up, and, you know, Team 10 is still trying to escape, and Jura is hightailing it, and he shoots down because, you know, Team 10 is on top of Inojin's bird trying to get out of there. So Jira, he shoots down Inojin's bird, but, you know, with a Biju bomb. But Chocho, she with some quick thinking, pulls out her partial expansion jutsu, and, you know, she tells him, grab on to me, and she kind of, you know, partial expansion jutsu, and, you know, make sure they have a safe landing. And yeah, I got to give my girl Chocho some credit on this, man. She pulled that out quick thinking, man. So yeah, man, I like seeing that, man. My girl Chocho, and, you know, getting some shine, helping her squad, and yeah, man. And Jura, he's still going, man. Even after he's still going. And Himawari, you know, she yells for Kurama to help her, but he tells her, he responds like, you know, Himawari, don't be a spoiled baby, don't be a spoiled brat. The only one that could do something about this is you. And, you know, she's like, you know, you say that like it's easy, and she's like, you say that like it's easy. How am I supposed to do this? And Kurama tells Himawari that your chakra has a higher affinity to minds than any of your predecessors, even your dad Naruto. And yeah, this is crazy right here. This little nugget of information for, she has a higher affinity than, Kushina, Mito, her dad, so that's insane, bro. Cause we know all of him, all of Kurama, all of his, the people that was Jinchurikis way before Himawari. So yeah, we know all of them. So it's like, that's insane, So yeah, so him to tell her that's crazy, man. That is insane. That little nugget of information had the fandom in a chokehold, and now, because they was like, oh, man, what do they mean? What do they mean? Oh man, they were, scrambling, like, so I'm glad that he, it's kind of, now that the chapter is officially out, that it's kind of like, yeah, so now it's like she, she got the possibility to be, his strongest, out of all the people he's worked with, willingly or reluctantly, she she got the possibility to be the strongest one out of all of them, and like, yeah. So that right there is crazy, man. I'm hyped for my girl Himawari. Like I said, as a person who wanted her to be a shinobi, yeah, she right there. She right there in the thick of the story now, baby. She right there, man. So I'm loving it, man. So, and he's like, man, you got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, there ain't nothing gonna pop off. It's like, you got to believe in yourself and, make some moves, make something shake out here. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what Kurama was telling her, man. Like, you got to believe, man. Got to have that confidence, that self-confidence. Then Himawari, she charges ahead, She charges ahead and she tries to kick Jura. She tries to land a kick on Jura, and to no avail. Grabs her, twists her ankle. He grabs her and twists her ankle, and he throws her to the ground. Jura, then he tries to, enclose her in, inside of the wood release jutsu. And Inojin, he goes on the offense, tries to attack Jura, for attacking Himawari, and he's quickly knocked down. And Jura uses wood style again to impale Inojin on a tree branch. And I'm just like, it's like he has a hole through his chest, stomach area. So it's like, I don't, me personally, because we don't know for sure that he's dead, because they didn't, in the chapter, they didn't confirm or nothing. So, it looks that way. It definitely looks that way, but I don't want to say for sure. Like, it looks that way because, he got impaled through the stomach and chest area. So it's not looking good, man. And I really, really hate it. Like, if it comes out in chapter 11 that he is, RIP, I hate it for my girl Ino, man. I hate it for my girl Ino and Sai, but just a little bit more for Ino, man. So I just hate it for my girl, because she done been through a lot with the death of her dad and the war arc. And then we have Asuma, her sensei, getting killed by Hidan. So my girl Ino done been through a lot, man. So if it is confirmed later on down the line, like, you know, next chapter or so, that he is definitely out of here, but you know, and I'm thinking, I would like to think like, man, it's too soon to kill him off, because Ino Shigacho, they ain't really do like the new generation. They did some stuff, but they ain't really do a lot yet. So it's like, you know, so, but I would like to see him do some stuff more with his crew, Shigadai and Chocho, and him, you know, get a little bit more experience under his belt, you know. But if he is out of here, like Kishimoto is, yeah, he ain't pulling no punches, man. So I don't want to say, you know, I still think it's a chance, but it's definitely a slim chance. He could have like a scar on his stomach or whatever, or like, you know, or something to that effect. Or, you know, some people say, oh, it could be a clone. So I don't know, you know, I'm not confirming or whatever. We just gotta wait and see to what comes next for him. So, but I hope not. But it does look dire. It definitely does look dire, man, because it went right through him, dog. So we gotta wait and see. But who knows, man? It's looking rough. So Himawari, she's seeing all of this because she still can, like, she can still see, you know, even though she's, you know, in case, you know, Jura is trying to, you know, capture her inside of the wood release tree or whatever, she can still, her eyes are still exposed to this, so she can still see all of this happening. So I'm like, she's seeing this and she's like, dude, she totally snaps, breaks out of the freaking, you know, the wood release jutsu, and with her hair is wild. It's all over the place, all over her head, like her grandmother. When her grandmother would get mad, you would see what they call her, the red hot habanero. So yeah, it's just like that, like her grandmother. Yeah, so her hair is wild, and she, you know, she has the Kurama pattern, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And she's like, she ready for action, bro. She is ready for action. And Team 10 is like, what's going on? Like, with the surprise look on their face, like, what? You know, and Jura's like, okay, what's going on here? What's this new development? I feel this new energy. What's going on? So they're all just, you know, just shocked at this moment. And she, you know, she speaks to Jura. She's like, I told you to stop it. Like, cause she was like, you know, she was like, stop it, you know, leave my friends alone. So now now she's like, you know, leave my friends alone. And she was like, I told you to stop it. And she's ready for action. And my thing is, my biggest thing, because like earlier in the chapter, we saw Kawaki, he was pulling up. But my thing is, I'm curious to see what Himawari does before Kawaki and Delta pulls up to assist Team 10. What one-on-one, I'm excited to see what can she do before help arrives. Cause now she's got, you know, she's got Kurama on her side, and you know, he believes in her. At the end of the chapter, he was like, you know, Himawari, let's cause a little bit of ruckus. And he's like, yeah, let's cause a little bit of ruckus. Let's get down to business. And so I'm excited to see what she does as far as one-on-one with Kurama's help. What can she do, you know, to, help the squad until Kawaki and Delta pull up. So we gonna have to see, man. But hey, like I said, I'm excited for my girl, man. She's making big strides and learning, and this is all new to her because she don't have, even though she's been training for the last 3 years, but she don't really have no experience, dealing with no type of combat at all. Because when she training with Team 10, we know they're not gonna go full speed on her. They're not gonna go full speed ahead. So, but now Jura, Hidari, these guys they not gonna play fair. You saw what he grabbed her ankle and twisted it. He don't, just like Ishiki did to Boruto. So Himawari, man, I'm hyped for my girl, man. Chapter was 10 out of 10. But I gotta ask the people out there, what did you guys think of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 10? What did you guys think about it, man? Like I said, I thought it was 10 out of 10 chapter. I'm excited for Chapter 11 to see, what Himawari does, one-on-one against Jura before help arrives. What Boruto, what's going to happen with the karma. Sarada and Hidari continue their battle. So yeah, we're gonna have to see, man. Chapter 11, man, it's gonna shaping up to be another doozy. But Kishimoto and Ikimoto, they have been on fire. They have been on fire ever since the time skip has begun, and yeah, it don't seem like they slowing down not one bit, man. So we're gonna have to see Chapter 11. Like I always say, man, these monthly Boruto chapter releases, they kill me every time, man. It seems like an eternity waiting for a new chapter. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it. And another good chapter. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask again, what did you guys think of Boruto Chapter 10, 2 Blue Vortex? Yeah, man. I enjoyed it, man. And yeah, another good chapter. Kishimoto, man, you guys are killing it, man. Kishimoto, you're cooking, my good man. You are cooking a gourmet meal. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this chapter. And this has been your host, Rashad of the Variety Pack Podcast. I will catch you guys on the next one. I am out of here.